Most people only see the end result of a successful entrepreneur. They see the fancy cars, the luxurious lifestyle, and aspire to the same. But they have no idea what it takes to get there. They don't see all the failures, defeats, hard work, sacrifices, and constant commitment that came before that, every single day. This was the basic concept of a short video made a few years ago by Patrick Bet-David, titled Life of an Entrepreneur in 90 Seconds, which went viral. It was so successful that he was asked to elaborate on what it takes to become a successful entrepreneur. And from that request, this short book, Life of an Entrepreneur in 90 Pages, was born. It captures the essence of the journey an entrepreneur must undertake, the challenges they will face, and the characteristics they must possess. It does so with a brutally direct and honest style, without sugarcoating anything. Are you up for it? Well, let's find out together. First of all, how do you stay focused and on track consistently, maintaining that excitement you have at the beginning when embarking on the entrepreneurial journey? It comes down to what drives you, what moves you. What is that thing that can make you emotional in 30 seconds if you think about it? Try to think and visualize your life in two ways. One where you've been a spectator and chose to live a small life. In the other one, you haven't limited yourself to being a fan of some sports idol, but you have played your own game in life to make a difference. If you have kids, doing it for them is usually a great motivation. Wanting a better future for them drives many parents. At the same time, it's a constant inner battle to balance being a present parent with setting an example as a successful adult, as you hope your child will become. Many fathers come home at 5:30 p.m., and their kids grow up thinking that's normal. Others, however, grow up with a perhaps less present father, but one who provides an example of success, of the importance of entrepreneurship, of the possibility of being leaders in whatever they do in the future. If you are still young and don't have kids, there might be another person for whom you do it. Someone who pushes you to give your best, like a parent, for example, to whom you want to give a better life. So, be honest with yourself, think carefully about which of these two lives you want, and find your reason for doing it. Find what motivates you. Okay, ready to start? Let's go. Step 1. The truth. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Gloria Steinem. At the moment you find yourself in a certain condition, whatever it may be, whether you are starting from scratch now or already have achieved something in life, if you are not satisfied and want more, this applies. What you need to do is accept the current situation, whatever it is, and decide to do something about it. You must be honest with yourself and see reality for what it is. If you ask people to tell you why they are who they are today, they will usually tell you their story in terms of what happened to them, what life did to them. They take these explanations as the reasons for their situation. In reality, they are excuses, not reasons. Yes, bad things happen. Everyone has their share of misfortunes that have occurred. Life happens. But do you hear them taking any responsibility for what happened and what they will do from now on? Usually not. For example, you can't imagine how many people I've met who, when they were young, played sports at a good level and tell you that they couldn't become professionals because they got injured when they were young. The reality is that you can recover from an injury. If they didn't become professional athletes, it's probably because they weren't good enough or didn't want it badly enough. But no one admits it. In business, it's the same. There will be many people who will tell you that they wanted to do this or that, but for some external reason, it did not work out for them. Got the idea? And you? What story do you tell others? But most importantly, what story do you tell yourself about the condition you are in now? Have you taken full responsibility for what you will do about that condition today? We all have our own story, but it can become either an excuse or it can become your motivation to do something about it. The choice is yours. Entrepreneurs choose to escape this victimhood mentality and are responsible for creating a change in their lives from now on. So, the first step is to accept the raw truth of the situation you are in, no matter how ugly it is, and commit to doing something about it. Only when you've done that can you truly begin. Step 2. The vision. Vision is not a dream that fades when you wake up. Vision is a compelling image of the future that is somehow attainable but hardly achievable, without significant effort, sacrifice, and perhaps even a bit of luck. If you think your life is not where it should be, it's time to be honest with yourself. What do you really want? Do you have a personal vision? Is it the real one, or just the one you say should be? Many say they want to create large companies and become millionaires, but they take no action in that direction. It means that it is not what they truly want. They just haven't admitted it to themselves yet. Some of us want to conquer the world. Others just dream of a smaller project and more time for themselves or their families. What do you really want? The important thing is that you define the right thing you want and then align your life accordingly. Otherwise, you will be perpetually dissatisfied. Here's how to create your vision. First, to clarify what you want, start with why you want it. By doing this, very often you discover that what you wanted were things that others wanted for you, not your own desires. A classic example is a father who wants his son to become a doctor. But equally classic is the situation where the father has a business, and the son feels somehow obligated to continue what the father has created when his dream might be different. As a second step, you need to create a vision that aligns with what is truly important to you. Every time you find an answer, ask yourself, why do I want this? And dig deeper. For example, I want money. Why do I want money? I want more financial security. And then you continue, why do I want more financial security? You continue until you find an answer that is of fundamental importance to you, and you are sure it is your desire, not someone else's. One important thing is to focus on what you want to achieve and not what you want to escape from. Many, in fact, think more about wanting to leave an unhappy current situation than about the new opportunity. And don't limit yourself based on your current situation or what you now think is doable. You might say, I want to have the best bakery in town, because right now you have nothing, and so something bigger seems unreal. Okay, that's fine, but most likely you can be more ambitious than that. Don't think about how you will achieve that thing now. Think about the end result you want. You might want to have the best bakery in the nation, or an even bigger vision, right? It depends on you. Step 3. Commitment. To achieve anything in life, you must commit to it and honor that commitment until you achieve the result. What may seem like an overnight success is, in reality, the result of years of dedication. You can commit on various levels. Some do it part-time, some full-time, and then there are the all-the-timers, those who practically work every second they are awake. Of course, the more hours you put in, the more opportunities you have. And if your vision involves significant results, achieving that with a part-time commitment, as if it was a hobby, will be challenging. So, ask yourself, what's holding you back from committing 100%? There are usually 2 reasons: thinking too small or laziness. Look within yourself and find your answers. Step 4. Resiliency. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep moving forward. You can be sure that there will be heartbreaks, things will go wrong, challenges and obstacles will come your way. To reach success, you must persevere. Resiliency for our purposes is the ability to remain emotionally intact and not break when you bump into difficulties and failures, but rather to transform these challenges into something positive. Here are 5 steps to be more resilient. 1. Maintain a positive attitude. You are in control of how you react to adversity. Do you see the glass as half empty or half full? 2. Build a support network. It's challenging to make it entirely on your own. Find a small group of people or mentors who can encourage you and help lift you up in difficult times. 3. Take care of yourself. Keep yourself in shape. Although it may seem counterintuitive to take time away from work, staying physically fit helps reduce stress, sharpen mental clarity, and increase self-esteem. 4. Play to your strengths. You undoubtedly have weaknesses, but there are surely also things you excel at. Focus on those, develop them further, and inevitably, this will lead you to some victories. 5. Be a doctor. Think of a doctor in the emergency room, and a patient arrives in serious conditions. You don't have time to think about anything else, but what can I do now to help them? There is full focus, no space for other worries or thoughts. The same applies to you. What can you do now to get back up and move towards your vision? Step 5. Validation. Validation is the confirmation that your choices and efforts are beginning to pay off. It could be the first online sale you make or the first contract you sign. The previous steps have brought you here. However, this is not the final destination. It's the starting point, where you get momentum, where your business gets going. This is where the initial uncertainty of any entrepreneurial project begins to transform into something more concrete. Those who once thought you were crazy and asked, "Why are you doing this?" now look at you differently and will eventually ask, "How did you do it?" Step 6. Drift or drive. There will always be new challenges and they will get bigger. There will be many things you don't know along the way, but your attitude will determine whether you succeed or not. Will you choose to drive to success, or will you let everything drift? Winners do whatever it takes. No entrepreneur knows it all. They learn as they go. The process I described in this video repeats itself on different levels. You'll face new situations. You'll have to be clear about what you want to achieve. Commit and maintain a flexible approach. Be resilient through the challenges you will face, and be confident that validation will come. When it does, acknowledge it and keep moving forward. Keep driving the project toward a new challenge and never let it drift. There will come a day when others will ask you how you managed to achieve such success overnight. You'll laugh, and if you want, it will be your turn to help them. These are the 6 steps and characteristics described in this book that Patrick Bet-David thinks are necessary to become a successful entrepreneur. What are, in your opinion or experience, the characteristics for a successful entrepreneur? Leave me a comment below. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts about it. If you enjoyed this video, please know that you can find many more videos of this kind about entrepreneurship and skills to grow your business on my channel or here on the screen. Until next time.